Hello, this is Maggie. I had a request from Sonali to inquire how Selena Gomez is doing. So I've already done Selena's chart. Um, so we're going to take a look at her transits and her progressions, just to see where they are and what area of life they would affect. First of all, her North Node, her her transiting North Node. The transits, I'll try to post it. The transits, where the current planets are now, and if they're aspecting your natal planets, the planets you were born with. And yeah, I'll also take a look at her progressions, which will be in green. So um, that just moves about 1 degree a year, so it also can help to just sort of predict where you're at, or what area of life you're focusing on. So anyway, I'll start with her North Node. She has, Selena has the sun 29 degrees Cancer. It is in the 12th house of Pisces. Um, and the North Node, it's a karmic point. It's a very karmic point. It just moved into Cancer. It's been in Leo. So it's been, pretty much on her ascendant. And it's, let me just see, check the degree of her true node is 0 degrees Capricorn. Her transiting North Node's 26 degrees Cancer. So it just went into Cancer, but it's in her 12th house. And 12th house is a house of Pisces. Cancer is a water sign as well as Pisces. But, I think of hospitals, Pisces rules institutions, hospitals, institutions, um, as well as music, music, imagination. Yeah, so her focus, because it's in the 12th house, you know, the focus could be, it's private. The 12th house is very private. It's Pisces, likes to at times isolate or, keep to themselves, so, she, because her North Node is in the 12th house, she may just need to take a, take a time out, or she may be, writing or putting out, um, working on her next her next career move, um, because it's going to be conjuncting her sun very soon. So that's a really karmic point. When your North Node, excuse me, hits anything, you can expect activity in that area. But right now, it's in her 12th house of privacy. The first thing I thought of was health. Just still recuperating from her health because, like I said, the 12th house is hospitals and institutions and secrecy and just maybe taking a time out. Um, I'm going to do her transits first, and then we'll look at her progressions. So her transiting Jupiter's in Sagittarius. It'll be in Sag for a year. It's a very lucky, fortunate. Um, and she has it in the fifth house of fun. Love affairs, fun. It's in Leo's house. So Jupiter in Sagittarius is very, very happy in the fifth house because it's the house of Leo. It's in a fire house. Um, so she may, yeah, it could be luck and love, creativity, travel, higher education, law, um, and creativity, especially self-expression. So it's very, very good fortune. And, would be surprised if she had a new love affair or did some traveling, maybe even touring. Um, yeah, it's good to have that in your fifth house. It certainly helps. Certainly helps. Publishing, yeah, all kinds of good things. So I like her. I like her transiting Jupiter in the fifth house. Yeah, she can, she'll be feeling pretty good with that. Um, the other transits is Saturn in Capricorn. Saturn's the ruler of Capricorn. So she has Capricorn in her sixth house of work. So Saturn is transiting Saturn is conjunct her Uranus in the sixth house of health and work. So, and Pluto, yeah, Saturn, it's the ruler of Capricorn. Um, sometimes it can feel kind of heavy and restrictive and cause some separation or delay. Um, it's conjunct her Uranus in the sixth house of work and health. And Capricorn is the, climbs the ladder to success, it's career. But there's been some really heavy transits of Capricorn this year. All the eclipses, there's one coming up on the 6th. We'll focus on the Cancer Capricorn axis, especially since the North Node moved into Cancer. So that will affect her as well. It will be sort of like career versus her solar self. The sun is herself. The ascendant is your body. Yeah, so her ascendant is, let me just make sure, her ascendant. I've already done her chart, but her ascendant's 8 degrees Leo. So, yeah. But it will be affecting her sun, the eclipses, 29 degrees sun. And today's a new moon in Cancer. That's why I'm a new moon in Capricorn, rather, which is why I'm wearing black to bring in some Capricorn energy. And black onyx ring, just for like grounding. They say to walk on the earth or something if you need more earth energy. But anyway, back to Selena, how this will affect her. Pluto in the sixth house is some transformations. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. Again, that's, could be, hospitals, institutions. It also could be music. So Pluto sitting, conjunct her Neptune, could be kind of, maybe having some health issues that are maybe getting in the way of her putting out music. Or it could be transforming her work, because Pluto it's the ruler of Scorpio. And, a lot of people, since Pluto and Saturn have been transiting Capricorn, wherever you have it in your chart, things change. Things change and transform. And Saturn can make her work harder. And Pluto could totally transform her way of work somehow through her music. Yeah, through her music, because Neptune would be her music. Or it could be some kind of, it could also be her health, work or health. I mean, work and music or health. And they're opposed, her North Node in Cancer. So how that will play out, I don't know, but she has been dealing with hospitals, and health-related issues. And yeah, and past loves too. Justin Bieber tried to visit her several times and wasn't allowed, but that would be the North Node in the 12th house, just, um, yeah. So she's got some heavy duty stuff going on in the sixth house of health and work, for sure. And we all have that going on somewhere. Mine is in the 10th house of career and work. So, it's making me feel like a workaholic kind of. Um, yeah. So anyway, let's see what other transits she has. So Capricorn, Uranus and Aries. Uranus is transiting Aries, 28 degrees. So let me just see her Aries. Ah, That's good for her. Yeah, she has Aries in the ninth house, um, on the midheaven, and yeah, Uranus just went into Aries. It's at 0 degrees, so and she has the moon in Aries, so um, Uranus is conjunct her moon, so she may be very emotional, be having a lot of erratic, emotional moods, changeable, um, because the moon rules Cancer, and it's emotional, sensitive, psychic, but the moon in Aries is very headstrong, impulsive, um, and so Uranus in her midheaven. Oh, I'm sorry, her moon. That's the green moon is her progressed moon, so it's in the ninth house of and it's in her midheaven. So it's like changing her identity, maybe changing how um, she presents, her unique self. Because Uranus is going to transit Aries for 7 years. So how it will manifest? She does have it up near her midheaven, 0 degrees, and it's right on her moon. So that could denote definitely changeability, but um, how it will affect her career. That's she's got 7 years to figure that one out. It could be really positive. It doesn't just mean she's going to be super emotional for 7 years, but uh, Uranus on the moon can be very changeable, very changeable. Or she could travel. She could just decide to get up and leave and go on tour or travel somewhere because it is in the. She does have her progressed moon is in the ninth house of Sagittarius, and her moon is in Aries, but it's in the ninth house of Sagittarius. And yeah, so um, yeah, that's interesting. What other transits does she have going on? Neptune, she had in Pisces. Yeah, Neptune in Pisces just, put her in the hospital, poor thing. Gave her some health problems. But Neptune in Pisces also is extremely creative when it comes to imagination, creativity, music, lyrics. So, it's, her next moves will be really positive because out of change and crisis, out of Pluto in the sixth house will transform her creativity, her musical creativity, I believe. So yeah, I'm just trying to do a condensed version of this. If you ever want your chart done, and I do your transits, your natal chart, your transits, and your progressions, that can go 45 minutes to an hour. So this is kind of a brief overview, like 15 minutes or so. So yeah. So let's see, her transits, Uranus and Aries. Yeah, Neptune in Pisces, it's transforming her Neptune. Well, her natal Neptune is in Capricorn, but the transiting is in Pisces. So that's music and health. Music and health is the way I read that. Sorry if I'm losing my voice. Hold on. um, okay, let's see. Neptune's transiting Pisces, 12th house. It'll be there, like 12 years, 14 years. It's been there for quite a while. So yeah, it's all about music, imagination. She could be writing, creativity, um, but the 12th house, could also be because it's a water house, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So, um, yeah, when Neptune went into Pisces in my 12th house, I was quite ill for a while with bronchitis. Um, and it's a water sign. So, um, yeah, it could possibly, cause some isolation or separation, or Neptune kind of, it's its own world, it's its own world. Uh, yeah, so I don't want to be repetitive. Yeah, so we all know she has had some health problems that have caused her to isolate. And Neptune in Pisces in the 12th house, and if you have any other planets in the 12th house, um, right now she has the North Node in the 12th house in Cancer, um, almost conjuncting her Sun. It's caused her some little bit of isolation, separation from her health, and maybe taking her away from her music. But she'll be back. She will definitely, if she's not back already. Actually, she is. She is putting stuff out because I've been seeing her around. So she will definitely be back on top, because Uranus is reinventing yourself in Aries. Yeah, so transiting Uranus in Aries, she will be reinventing herself, and just, she'll be back on top because she's got it in the midheaven. And her progressed moon is in the midheaven in Aries too. So um, she will be doing just fine, reinventing herself. And yeah, the next stuff she puts out is going to be dynamite, because it is square. Uh, it is square to Capricorn, you know. But anyway, I'm not going to do the whole whole 3 charts in one thing right now. Let me just break it down. Break down her transits. Um, let's see. Uranus in Aries, Neptune in Pisces, Pluto in Capricorn. We went over that in her 6th house of health and work. Um, Pluto, the true node, North Node, was in Cancer in her 12th house. That will be affected by the eclipses. The opposition will be Capricorn. So it's going to be like, yeah, the home. Well, she has it in the 12th house, so yeah, herself, her body, um, her solar self versus career. It's kind of just a short way of putting it. Yeah. So, so it's the 12th. The opposition is the 12th and the 6th. So, kind of went over that a little bit. The other transit, let's see, the last one is Chiron. Chiron is 28 degrees. Her natural Chiron's in Leo, 11 degrees. So transiting Chiron is 28 degrees Pisces. So, excuse me, the last couple of degrees of a sign can feel really, really hard. So, once Chiron, once Chiron moves fully into Aries, she'll start feeling better. But right now, it's in the very last degrees of Pisces. So, along with Neptune, so she has, yeah. So she's still going, it's in the 8th house of Pisces, 8th house of Scorpio. So she's, just processing a lot of stuff. Um, and Chiron's the wounded healer. So it's just bringing up a lot of stuff for her. And, with Neptune there as well, she's just been very sensitive, intuitive, and processing a lot of stuff. But when it goes into Aries, she's going to be feeling the fire, and not having to dig so deep, because having it in Scorpio, And in the sign of Pisces, just a lot of inward, inward transformation and soul searching and all of that kind of Scorpio, Piscean kind of stuff. So, yeah, Neptune will remain there, but Chiron will move on into Aries and she'll be back on top. Well, she is, I'm sure. Um, yeah, so that's it for her transits, her progressions. Yeah, I was going to just very briefly, her progressed sun is in Leo. Her progressed moon is in Aries. We went over that. It's up in the midheaven. Her career sector, which is good, really good thing, along with her Uranus. Her progressed sun was in Leo. Progressed sun. The progressions are green. So let me see. Yeah, so it's about her individuating, which is great. It's great. Her progressed sun and her progressed ascendant are in Leo. So it's all about coming out for her, being her, letting her star shine, being her, it's self expression, creativity, um, being the star she is. So, her progression, sun and ascendant in Leo, that's great. That is great for her. It's really, really awesome for her. So that feels good. That feels really good. Um, her progressed Mercury is in Leo. So we'll be hearing from her communication about, her new projects, her new, maybe touring, putting her creativity, she will be in the limelight. She will be talking about it. Um, and she'll shine. She will shine for sure. Venus in Virgo. Venus in Virgo. Where's her Virgo? I just see Venus. Hold on 1 second. Venus in Virgo, 13 degrees. Green. Oh, it's in her second house of money. Go, Selena. She's going to be making some money. She'll be making some money. Venus is a benefic planet of good luck. Jupiter's a benefic as well. She has that natally in the second house, which would bring good fortune, good luck. And with Venus just sitting right on her natal Jupiter, um, it's yeah, it's in Virgo, so it would be could improve her health for one thing because it's in Virgo, but it's in the second house, which is generally assets, money, you know, material things. So she has two benefics in her second house of Virgo. So she will be working, she will be attracting really good job offers or whatever. um, the, the both planets of attraction are in her wealth house. So she is doing great there. She is doing great there. Everyone would love to make the money that she makes and will be making because lucky Jupiter's there and Venus. So her second house looks awesome. She's going to be making a lot of money off of her creativity, just being her creative self through her sun and ascendant in Leo. Her progression. Those are her progressions. Um, Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. And I think that's about it. The last progression is, oh, Mars. Mars in Gemini, more communication. More communication. What house is that in? Mars in Gemini in the 11th house. So in Gemini, so communication will be on. Mars is, ambition, strong will, communication. It's in the 11th house of Aquarius. So we'll be hearing about her, through the airwaves. Uh, yeah, and it's her progressed midheaven also is in Taurus. So yeah, yeah, it looks really good for her. It looks really good for her. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you do want your chart done, please contact me and like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.